Hi, I'm Kevin Tame, and welcome to the Maester's Path. This is my very first reflection video that I want to share with you, and so quickly just to understand what reflection is me taking a deck and playing it and then reflecting on my play and looking at some of the mistakes I make and some of the positive things I did. So let's jump right into this match. What I'm doing is I'm actually playing the World's 2017 championship deck. I haven't looked into like building other decks yet, and so this is my first match that I am trying with this. Well, maybe not my first match, but I had played a few other kind of games to kind of just get a feel of what the deck did. But this is the first one that I actually recorded. So let's jump right in. So I'm not familiar with a lot of the cards here, what my opponent is playing. So they are on a Greyjoy deck. From what I have read, some of the Greyjoy cards, they have a lot of this ability to kind of come back from the dead. I decided to keep this hand because it had Daenerys and Drogo, which is really good. And I want to be able to get Drogo out, so I go ahead and I play this trading with a Pentashid because I want to be able to have a lot of money here on this turn to be able to get him out. I also had a dupe of Daenerys, which is really good. So I'm just kind of reading here what my opponent's cards do. I'm not familiar with them, so I'm just trying to understand that. And I realize, yeah, wow, Ashe is a really strong card. So I go ahead and I draw up. I got another copy of Khal Drogo, which is awesome. And I have all of these abilities to be able to save money. So this is actually an excellent starting hand. It seems really very strong. Also getting Flea Bottom, which seems like a very powerful card in this format. The one thing is I don't really want to overcommit. You'll also notice here, since I am newer, I kind of talk to my opponent and ask him like, hey, like, just trying to understand my lines of play. This seems like a really strong start, though. I do have the whatever that card is that kills your opponent if it reduces them to 4 Dracarys. Is that what it is? That seems like a really powerful card as well. So I basically I want to maintain having 1 credit. So I'm just kind of hoping here to have 1 credit to be able to play that, and then 1 credit to be able to play Flea Bottom. I accidentally played Flea Bottom wrong. Oh no, they knelt Flea Bottom, so they were just trying to keep it from me from using it. I thought I misclicked it there. So then I kind of like to start off with intriguing because my goal here is to kind of ping their hand as much as I can to make sure that they don't have cards to play against me. That's kind of like my strategy. And then hopefully I can get other attackers out so I can use Khal Drogo's ability to kill off their characters. In Risen from the Sea, that looks like be able to bring someone back from the dead or discard or something like that. That seems pretty powerful as well, which I don't want to happen. So I'm glad I hit that one. It's better to hit characters, obviously. And here I was just trying to get my opponent to use one of their characters to keep the unchallenged, and so I'm just looking for an unchallenged one. And then I go for the big attack here, which my opponent can't defend against. And that's my turn. So I do have most of my stuff knelt, but my opponent's really only able to do 2 actions. And I'm able to kill off one of my opponents if I need to, but my opponent doesn't actually do that. They go ahead and they're trying to snipe from my hand. And in my insight draw, I actually drew a Khal Drogo, which is really good because I can then put another dupe on Khal Drogo. So I'm just trying to understand the card text here. I'm asking my opponent like how this works. So go ahead, and I can't defend because my opponent's dealt me, it looks like. Here I have to read what this is. After you win an unopposed challenge, I can't really defend against that, I think. So I'm letting my opponent, I'm just kind of trying to understand what's going on here. So I can't, and so I end up losing that card, which is a pain because flea bottom seems really, really good. And I don't know what happened here. Oh, it looks like pillage, and a pillage discards some for my draw pile. Okay, so then it goes into my discard. Gotcha. So go ahead and defend anyways. I just so that they don't get an unopposed challenge, and I win dominance there as well. So that's good. Now I'm on 5 power, which is good. And I'm going for heads on spikes because now that I have like the money and I'm set up, I want to start pinging characters if I can. So the next 2 plots I think I'm going to play as that, just to like, to take care of their hand as much as possible. So hopefully I hit some people here. That's kind of the goal. Oh, and I hit Come Greyjoy, which is really good, really, really good. He seems like a very powerful card for this deck. So go ahead, and I want to get this dupe out of Khal Drogo because, just another addition to, making sure that like my board can't get wiped out. And so what I'm thinking right now is I'm just trying to understand kind of my lines of play, or like how much money I need, and do I want to overcommit? Her character seems really good because I don't have the ability to stand a character right now, and so I want that ability to be able to fire off Drogo twice. So this is a when a character be killed, sacrifice Iron Mine. So I guess you can just protect your characters to be able to save people, which seems good. So all of these locations seem really strong for Greyjoys. So once again, my plan here is I like to kind of start off with the intrigue. Since my opponent only has the one character with 1 intrigue, it seems good, and they might defend against it, but then they're at risk of me attacking a few times. So it's hard for them to defend right here, so I think this is the right call to play with her. And hopefully I'm able to ping their hand a little bit more, get rid of some more of their stuff. And what's good about these unopposed is that I'm able to I'm able to like get a lot of power here pretty quickly. So I go ahead and stand Khal Drogo because I just want to keep challenging their board. And I'm not exactly sure why my opponent is not defending here. Maybe it's because they can't win and they're going to lose anyways, but me getting that unopposed is really powerful. And I'm on 13 points, so that means 13 power. So I might be able to, I don't know if I can win this turn, so I'm trying to think like if I can steal power, I should be able to actually win. So go ahead and this is actually a misplay. I should have defended with Daenerys and I should have done Daenerys and because then I would have stole power. and then I probably would have won dominance. It's highly likely. Because I would have had 3 characters standing and they have no money. So I could have probably won that round, to be honest. And here I don't know actually how dominance works, so I'm asking my opponent. Okay, so for my understanding, like the strength of all of my standing characters plus the coins I have added all up together is my dominance. So here I think I could have won that last round if I had played Daenerys. I think I've been able to, because I've been able to steal, and then I would have gotten dominance possibly. But I go ahead and decide to defend because I don't want my opponent to steal a power. They do anyways. And also they do this little pillage effect, which is pretty strong. So now that my turn is up, I'm going to win dominance. I'm going to be on 13. So I'm thinking here I need to close the game out this next turn. And so I want to try and pick a faction where I can get, or I want to pick a card that has high, I guess it would be called, I was debating here like if I want to do this winter. I think this is a mistake. I probably should have picked, I got lucky here because I think I want to go first. I should have picked one that had more, what's the word, initiative, so that I could guarantee that I go first. But my opponent decides to Valor, which plays this plot which kills all my characters, which is very good, but I had so many duplicates that I don't think it matters. And so yeah, I think I can close the game out here pretty easily. So obviously I'm still like new to the game here, so I'm just trying to like, I'm sure I'm thinking like, what am I, doing here that's, like how do I get out of this? So my opponent ends up deciding to concede. Maybe it's because I'm taking too long. Yeah, even if I just don't do anything, I just win the game probably. But anyways, this was a fun match. It was fun to try this out and record this and actually reflect on it. I think what really, the play of, the decision to do the spikes on my second turn was really good. Obviously I had great draw to get me kind of started. And at that point I was just able to control the board and go quicker than my opponent was. When I think about this deck, my opponent might be a little bit more controlled than I am. And mine's very much an aggro deck, so I need to just go as fast as I can, and I had all the cards and all the means to do so. Anyways, thanks for watching this, and if you guys have any comments or thoughts or want to give me any tips or see any mistakes I made, please comment below. Thanks again. Bye.